We are already planning for 2026. And frankly, a lot of the business you're doing right now is to generate closings for 2026.
Yeah, lots of planning is already in the works. We've been getting tons of emails to support. I know Greg's been getting them. I've been getting them. I think everybody's really started to think with the tides possibly shifting, how are we getting back to work? So that's really good. I'm glad that everyone's being forward thinking with that.
I don't care how long you've been licensed. If you've been licensed 20 years, you've always said, I am my own worst enemy. I am the one that stands in my own way. I know I'm not doing everything I should be doing. Well, this year in 2025, an awful lot of agents felt that way, but it almost felt justified because there wasn't a whole lot going on. So you started to get into this mind funk a little bit, weren't doing the things you should do, but you're like, well, even if I was doing it, there's not a whole lot going on right now. That has started to turn, and we're seeing a lot of business happening. I really want you to think about two main goals for 2026. I'm doing a lot of one-on-one work for some agents that are working with me as private clients, and I'm helping them to grow their business. And every single one of them, there's nothing different about this one concept. We're doing two things next year. Number one is to build your list. Build your following, build your sphere of influence, build the number of people that know you. Get more friends. Let's look at it that way. From a professional perspective, more people know who the hell you are. How do I build that list? That's the first thing you need to do, is to build a list. Now, you have to cultivate that list. You can't date somebody and never call them. You can't date somebody and never take them out to dinner. You can't date somebody and be curious about what's going on in their life. Well, the same is true with a friend. You can't have a best friend that you never talk to and you always avoid their calls. You can't have a friend who, when they invite you to do something, you're always too busy. That's not really a friend. That's someone that you met, but then it fell by the wayside because you didn't show a real effort. Well, when you're building your sphere of influence, are you influencing them? Are you giving them any valuable info? Are you letting them know your thoughts, whether they agree or disagree? Are you letting them know your thoughts about what's going on in the real estate world or the economy that affects the real estate world? Is it really a sphere of influence, or is it a lead or a contact that fizzled away? That's true if you're getting leads from Zillow. That's true if you're getting leads from Realtor.com. That's true if your broker's giving you some stuff. That's true if you did an open house. That's true if you had 13 calls from a sign that you had out there. All of those people should be going into that list. And that's true really any industry you're in. Like, I coach real estate agents. My money is dictated. How much money I make will be dictated on how big my list is and the relationship I have with them. If you and I opened a car dealership today, our money, choose anywhere in the country, choose Denver, Colorado. We're going to open a car dealership in Denver, Colorado. Stop talking about the cars. We have to build a list of people in the area that know us, like us, and trust us. And they look at us as providing influence, that sphere of influence, that we're doing that for them so that when they do have a need, they would go with our company. That's what you're doing in your local marketplace as a real estate agent. So the first thing you're going to do is build a list. Do it the right way. Look at the number of people that follow your Facebook. Look at the number of people that follow your YouTube. Look at the number of people that you're emailing at least once a week, that you have an email blast that's going out to somebody with some helpful information. Look at how many of our newsletters you're mailing out every single month. What's the count? How many are going out? That number should go up every single month because that's the only way you're going to grow your business. Whatever you're doing, it's to get more leads. If you say, well, I think I'm going to sign up for this service. Well, that's just to get more leads, which then should be a list. Because I have 153,000 realtors that have opted in with me. So they contacted me and said, I want something that you offer. I have 153,000, which is pretty damn good because there's only about 600,000 left. So I've got 25% of them that follow my stuff. But if I never contacted them again, I'm not going to make money. So if Zillow gave you 813 leads and you never contacted them after the first few weeks, you're never going to make money from them. So your number one goal for planning 2026 is to think of the theme you're going to have. I think the first thing you should do is build a list. And the second thing you should do is have a quarterly offer for that list. And we've talked about this a lot. If you followed me for a while, we've talked about this for a lot of times. If I were to partner up with you and I were 50-50 with you on your business in your area, first of all, you'd be making a hell of a lot more money, because I don't want 50% of nothing. And I certainly don't want 50% of 200 grand or something. I want real numbers. So we're going to go big. But what we're going to do is build a huge list. We're going to cultivate that list. And every quarter, we're going to have a quarterly offer that goes out to them. And provided we've done a good job of giving them value, of building trust, authority, and credibility, of helping them with any questions they've had, or developing that relationship, when you put that quarterly offer out there, those that are looking to buy or sell will utilize you. That's the reason in your market, no matter how long you've been licensed, the little old blue-haired lady that sold real estate for 75 years is the one that gets all this business, because she has past clients and she has a list. That's what she does. Now, we can do a more effective job as marketers than she does, because we know how to stay in touch with them, build that synergy that we need, always provide helpful stuff without asking for business, and then occasionally saying, by the way, if you're looking to buy or sell, here's an option for you. And we can do that with a quarterly offer. So this is for an awful lot of agents, and I know a lot of this you'll kind of be doing on your own and figuring out how to make that happen. We're going to cover a lot on that with Inner Circle as well. Those of you that are one-on-one with me or have more access to me, that should really be the theme of what you're trying to do for 2026, because if that grows every year, your business grows every year. And when you get into these sad times, when you get into the slower times, the agent with the biggest list makes the most money.